Now with cut number 2, Jack, you're going to show us something a little bit different, I think.
Yeah. Now, in the British-Irish tradition of butchery, we have not always great habit of cutting a piece of meat across several muscles.
Okay.
Like what we were saying earlier, every muscle has a different function. Therefore, every muscle has a different texture and can be cooked differently and have different degrees of tenderness. So what I'm going to do for the first trick is to isolate, remove this topside muscle in here in the leg of lamb. I'm going to show you some beautiful lamb grilling steaks. So I'm just going to naturally trim it up a little bit.
Now again, I suppose the point of these videos is maybe you're not gonna trim it all up yourself, but you've certainly got a bit more knowledge now where you can go to your butcher and you can say, you know, give me some lamb shanks, give me a little bit of topside.
Exactly. Butchers know these tricks, but at the end of the day, too, to be fair, they can only sell what the consumer demands.
Absolutely.
So if nobody knows about it, you'll never get it. So I'm just going to remove this H bone here, the pelvic bone. So golden rule, keep the knife close to the bone and you can't go wrong.
That's quite a special piece of lamb you have there today, Jack, as well, isn't it? There's a bit of a story behind it. Yeah,
it's a beauty now. It's from the islands at the north of Scotland, the Shetlands, and they use, when they're pregnant, supplement their diet on seaweed.
Wow. They'll
actually go down to the seashore, and munch on the seaweed. The seaweed is a fantastic product. It's full of nutrients, it's full of vitamins. And I believe if an animal is fed properly, it's going to come out through the meat and therefore be passed on to you.
Okay.
So it's a wonderful product. Also up there, the North Sea winds are very severe, and that saline air, those little salt particles that come in off the sea and land, deposit on the grasses, the lamb eats that, and it's like the famous French pré-salé meat.
Yeah, it's nearly pre-salted.
Pre-salted almost.
Okay.
And it's definitely different than lowland lamb.
So you're saying this is pretty much as close as it gets to perfection with lamb, in your opinion, yeah?
Yeah, everyone has their opinions, but this is one of my favourites. Now, lamb like this will exist in several different countries too. It's not exclusive to Scotland. The French will have salt marsh lamb, the English have it, the Welsh have it, the West of Ireland lamb is superb as well, and indeed New Zealand and Australia. So,
tell me a little bit about New Zealand lamb, because I think we all sort of associate lamb with New Zealand automatically. Because they have such an abundance of it. Is it good quality?
It's great quality. New Zealand farmers can produce lamb cheaper than European farmers, due to subsidies and all sorts, and therefore it's used a lot in the catering trade because of value for money. But it's absolutely certainly not inferior to what we have. But I think we don't need to bring product from the other side of the world to use here in Ireland or the UK. It's all about using local, naturally fed ingredients for me. So New Zealand lamb is great, but good luck to the butchers in New Zealand. Now, this is the top side muscle.
So you've isolated that basically?
Yeah. This is one entire muscle off the leg.
Could you roast that?
You could roast that in the piece.
Yeah.
Be absolutely beautiful. So now just taking off the heavy trim, nothing too much, because all this is going to be beautiful on the grill.
It'll render down.
Exactly.
There's nothing wrong with it.
Nothing wrong. You need a nice
flavor.
crispy belts of fat on the outside.
Yeah.
And cut this into amazing lamb steaks.
So would you be happy char grilling those, Jack, or would you maybe pan fry them? Or?
You can really do what you want with them at this stage because they're so exquisitely tender. I love to do them on a griddle pan or the outdoor barbecue, so you're probably talking 2 minutes on each side.
It looks just like a fillet of beef, to be honest.
And let them rest for usually the same amount of time as you cook them for. Now here's a little trick, a little classic little butchery trick. Here at the end, this last cut, you can see it's uneven. Yeah. So if I cut it into two, this is going to be too small for a steak, and it's not going to cook the same as it is. So I'm going to butterfly it. So by butterflying, you cut, but not fully through the meat, just about 90% down, and then turn your hand, out she comes, and you have a beautiful, even third slice of lamb steak.